In the second demo, we're going to add a DHT22 humidity and temperature sensor, and we'll use the LCD screen instead of the IDE monitor to show the readings. Refer back to Lecture 8 if you need a reminder about how the DHT22 works. In this schematic, the only change compared to the schematic from Demo 1 is the addition of the sensor. Connect 5 volts and ground, which are pins 1 and 4 on the sensor, to the 5 volt and ground columns on the breadboard, and the data pin number 2 on the sensor to the Arduino digital pin 7. Now the next demo I want to show you is to add a humidity temperature sensor, the DH22 that we have seen before. I want to add the sensor into my breadboard, take readings out of it, and then print the temperature and humidity readings onto the screen. So I'm going to disconnect while I plug the sensor in. So there's a little bit of room left for the sensor. I'm going to plug it right at the end of my breadboard. And I'm going to provide power. That's on the first pin. Goes into the 5 volts positive column. There is the 4th pin of the sensor goes to ground. And finally, I'm going to connect pin number 2. The signal pin is going to go to digital pin 7 on the Arduino. Alright, let's plug it in and upload the Demo 2 sketch. So here's the Demo 2 sketch. I'll upload it, make sure it works, and then go through together. Alright, there you go. We've got, seems like we have an issue with taking readings. Maybe my wiring is not correct. Let's see, I'll remove it. Oh, yep, I had a mistake with my wiring because I couldn't see very well, so I'm going to plug that at the right spot and move this reset wire to the right spot, and then okay, so now it works fine. So humidity 65%. Takes a few seconds for the readings to settle, and temperature 29 degrees. Let's have a look at the sketch. So this sketch is a combination of the sketch we looked at back in the lecture on the DHT22 sensor and a combination of the... So this sketch is a combination of the sketch we saw in Demo 1 and the sketch in the lecture on the DHT sensors. So again, we start by including the required libraries for liquid crystal and the DHT library. We set the signal pin for the sensor to be digital pin 7 and the type of the sensor to be DHT22. And we initialize the sensor device. And we do the same thing for the LCD device as we saw in demo number 1. Then we tell the LCD object what the size of the screen is going to be, print out a little message to make sure it works, and start the sensor. Then in the loop function, we continuously take readings from the sensor, humidity and temperature. And as long as we have a valid reading, if we don't have a valid reading, so if the temperature or humidity reading are not valid numbers, then first we clear the LCD screen, then we go at the there's a mistake here. Should make that 0. There you go. Upload again. So this was a little bug in my sketch that I just discovered, right? Okay. So then we set the cursor to be at column 0 of the first line, so line index 0, and we print out a message, can't get reading. Then we go to the second line, so line index number 1, we go to column 0 and we print out from DHT. Otherwise, if we have proper H and T readings, we go ahead and print them onto the screen. So again, we go to the very beginning of the first line, line 0, and print out a little message, hum. Then after that, we print out the temperature and the little percentage, humidity, and the little percentage symbol. And we go to the next line, at the beginning of the next line, we'll print out temperature, text, temperature number, and a little star indicating the degree symbol Celsius. And that's about it. It's very easy to provide now readings from our sensors directly to an LCD screen instead of the monitor that we've been doing up to now.